Nelson and I are headed back to the property to do some work, but we decided to stop by our little town and just drive through and check out the Christmas lights. Hey, so welcome back. We are at the property today. It's just me and Nelson. We're gonna be up here for a few days. It has gotten pretty cold in the last, I guess, couple weeks. And so right now, Nelson and I are gonna be working on a project on the camper. We're gonna have to put a skirt around the entire bottom of it to insulate the underneath portion of the camper so that we don't freeze and that our pipes stay nice and warm. So Nelson is right back there getting these sheets of insulation, and we're gonna put them all around, and that's what we're working on today.
It's kind of windy, so these are 2-inch thick styrofoam insulation. People usually put these in the wall or like in the garage to, you know, add insulation, but what we're gonna do is put it around the perimeter of the camper. That way wind doesn't get underneath it and make everything else cold. And then maybe add like a little access point, and then maybe put like a little electric heater, space heater to run, not permanently, but just, you know, whenever it gets pretty cold, we'll just turn it on for a few hours or so. That's it.
Yeah, it's the first time doing this project, so hopefully it goes without any hitches.
Yeah, they make actual like vinyl skirting that goes around it, and that stuff is pretty expensive. You know, it's over $1,000, so I don't know, maybe up to $2,000. But
compared to this, which is how much?
Yeah, well, this is unfortunately it's a little bit more expensive now just because of building material. But I mean, it's less than half the cost. Just, you know, a little bit more manual. We just got to put it up and tape it all together. But we'll see how it goes.
So here's where we have the camper, and then to the right, this mound that you see right there, that's where the septic tank was put in. And so we're all connected and everything, so that's good. But that sheet right here is just gonna go underneath this area right here just to keep it nice and insulated. All right, so we just installed our first one. So we put some rebar stakes in the back so that we can hold it on the bottom. And then since we're applying it on top of the siding right here, our dog's going crazy right now. And then we're applying it on the front of it right like this. So if there's wind coming from the exterior, both the top and the bottom are held in place. And this is actually pretty solid right there. So that is what we're gonna do all the way around. And then this right here is the, what is that, like what's it called?
Metal duct tape.
It's what you use for your HVAC inside the house.
DUCT, not duck. And this is if you zoom in, you can kind of see it. It's the cold weather. Hold on, where's the roll? But anyways, so it's the metal duct tape, and it's for cold weather. So it's I forget how.
-40, something crazy like that?
Yeah,
is what
it's
it's
like
graded.
-40 and then up to like 300 degrees. So, you know, it's meant to go for very cold or pretty hot.
Right, so it'll just help keep the wind from going underneath the camper while we're here. That way, keeping it, you know, kind of insulated underneath, like giving it a little crawl space so that it won't get so cold underneath. So we've experienced a couple of cold nights, and so we want to prevent anything from freezing and just protecting ourselves a little bit better, right?
Well, yeah, the mostly it's going to protect from the wind because it's like
Yeah.
the ambient temperature is cold, but with that wind chill, it just freezes pipes.
Right. So that's what we're trying to prevent here. That's what it looks like. All right, now to do the rest. So we've been out here for a few hours now. The sun is setting behind me and it's getting cold. We have our generator on, trying to heat up the inside. We haven't gotten all of the camper done yet. Obviously just because
Hands are freezing.
it's a learning process. We won't get everything done tonight, but we'll continue back tomorrow. We're just trying to make sure we get any of the larger areas right now, to just prevent any like huge drafts tonight. So far we've got all this on the back done already, which is really good. We think it's going to help with like the coldness that we've been experiencing on the slide out portion, just because it's exposed like on all sides, so it's a little bit colder right there. So we're hoping that this helps. Already standing on the other side of the camper, I can already feel a difference. When the wind blows, you can't feel it, so that's really good. So yeah, we're just gonna wrap up in the next few minutes, try to do as much as we can before the sun goes completely down, because the minute it goes down, there's no lights. It's complete darkness. So we're gonna do that, and then I guess we'll pick up tomorrow. All right, it's day 2, and we're back at it again. We still have this portion right here, which is probably going to be the most difficult because we have to worry about all that stuff right there. And then we have the areas underneath the stairs where Nelson's going to have to get underneath the camper and do it from the inside. So we decided that since we can get out here a little bit earlier today, we would leave like the more difficult stuff for today. The sun's out. It is still cold as heck, but the sun's out, which definitely helps us. So that's what we're going to do, and hopefully we can finish this project within a few hours and move on to the next project. All right, he's going in. So we're about 95% done. There's a couple of areas that, just really small little areas that we need to tape up, but the foam is pretty much completed. But of course it's 4:48 right now, and it's already getting pretty dark. And the minute that sun goes underneath the horizon, it gets so cold so fast. So right now what we did was we put everything up. We're heading into town so that we can get some gas, because we need some more gas for our generator. We also have to get something to eat because we haven't eaten anything. We haven't eaten since breakfast. So we're gonna go get some food, and then we have to get a couple of supplies to bring back to the camper for this evening and tomorrow. So Nelson's actually gonna be working tomorrow morning, and he's gonna be, we're working remotely like he does, and then probably around lunchtime, since it'll be pretty warm at that time, we're going to finish the final taping that needs to be done around the camper. But we should see pretty big difference tonight now that there's like no big openings at all. So I'm interested to see what it's going to feel like. But yeah, now we're heading into town, and town is about what, 15 minutes away? Maybe 20? Maybe 20 minutes away. Our small little town, and it's nice. We don't have a Walmart. It's okay, but the nearest Walmart is about 15 minutes away. Everything here is very first name type of basis. So last night we went and met the owner of a little restaurant, if you want to call it that. I guess it is. It's a little restaurant. It's a lot of takeout right now. She doesn't have a dining area, but she is working on getting the dine-in area fixed. And ready for people to come in and dine in. Right now, it's a lot of takeout. You know, just order what you want, go in and pick it up and bring it back home, which is very convenient because last night we had some of that dinner, and it was pretty good. It was nice. It's about 10 minutes from our house, so that's perfect to have close by, especially on days where we're working all day and, you know, need something quick to eat. So that's what we're up to. So there's a few things that I'd like to do in the next few minutes that it shouldn't take that long. I already grabbed a little table that we had over there by the container and put it behind the camper. It's like a little outdoor table, like kind of like a prep station. I had it in my back patio at the last house, but our camper used to be right here on this site, and then we had to move it up there because of our septic tank, and that big pile of rocks right there is a lot of the rocks that were excavated out so that we can put the septic tank in. It doesn't look very pretty right there. We're probably going to move that mound. We have a neighbor who offered to help us with this tractor to move those rocks, but I don't want to get rid of the rocks because I think they'll actually be kind of nice to have when it comes to landscaping and stuff. And rocks can be very expensive, so I don't want to get rid of them. And I told Nelson there's a couple of flat ones, several flat ones that can be used for like a kind of like a walkway. And so I can make like this, like almost like those rock paths. And so I told him, I said, we're not getting rid of the rocks. I know it looks absolutely terrible right there, but eventually I will have a very good use for them and we'll save some money along the way. But what I want to do is I want to put these chairs back behind our camper. The sun sets this way and most of the sun shines from this angle. So if we want to hang out outside, which today is actually a beautiful day, I'm probably a little overdressed right now because I'm out of breath because I just moved that that table from all the way over there. But anyways, the sun comes in from this direction, and so the most sun comes over here. As you can see, by this time now, it's like, I don't know, maybe 3 o'clock, and there's all the shade in the front of the camper. So I wanted like a little fire pit area for us to hang out in and stuff. And in the front, it's already so much different in temperature than it is behind it. So I want to have like a cute little sitting area back there. And these are the chairs that we brought from our house and the fire pit and everything from our little fire pit makeover. I'm going to put them back that way. So again, it gives us extra seating. It gives us a place to hang out that's not inside and cramped. And like for days like this, it can be really enjoyed, and we can have fire pits and roast marshmallows, all that good stuff. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I just finished moving all the chairs behind the camper, as well as the fire pit and Nelson and I are walking towards the front real quick, trying to figure out where we're going to put our mailbox, because we still don't have a mailbox, and I'm pretty sure soon we'll start getting mail here. So we're just going to try and find a spot on the corner and see where he needs to start digging so we can at least start getting mail. All right, so it looks like right here is the best place for it. We are at like a stop sign right here. This is like our stop sign. There's a road that goes that way. It's a dead end road. There's a gentleman back there behind us who owns like 75 acres. He has some beautiful land behind us. He's a really nice guy. And but this isn't our address road. This one is. So we're putting our mailbox right here. It's a little overgrown right now, but looks like this is the best spot. And as you can see, our gate is actually in the corner of the property. And then that's where the camper is right there. The house is actually going to be further up behind the camper on the highest point of the property, because then the property then down slopes back there like softly. But we're putting the house on the highest point. So it'll be a trek to come get our mail every day. But it's kind of nice. It gets us outside. It gets us walking. So it's not bad. So we just got one of these posts at our Lowe's, the one that's about 45 minutes away from us. They're really nice over there, and it's great to have them that close by so that we can just go by and get whatever we need. So we have that, and then we have a mailbox that I bought, and I have no idea where I put the house numbers, but eventually we'll get it all set up. So hopefully Nelson can dig that post there in the next few minutes, and we can have a mailbox so that we can hopefully start getting mail here. I just want you to know that you look super attractive when you do your work. Just want to make sure it's documented.
When you live on the farm, you know how when you see people that balance the book on their head so they can walk straight? So this is the equivalent on the farm version. You just throw it on your shoulder. You don't really have to hold it. You just learn how to walk with stuff on your shoulder.
Right. And then you deal with back problems later on.
Now, why do you think those farm guys are so stocky and thick? They just lift weights their whole life.
All right, so I'm a little windblown. Nelson and I just took a little joyride on our mule. We went back that way because we're checking a few sites on our property where we want to do a couple of projects, and so we needed to see where they would look best. We're not sure yet. Still trying to figure it out. But mailbox is done. Fire pit's right there. All of our extra foam from when we skirted the camper is right there. We got to figure out what to do with that. But for right now, they're being held down by tools, so they won't go anywhere. Right now, Nelson and I are on our way to our local little grocery store to get some food to make for tonight because we're hungry. So that's what we're headed off to do. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And I hope to see you guys back here very soon. Until then, adios.